When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else I'd rather be with. Baby, I won't let you down. I got it, I know you need it. Love is it when you're around. Oh, please say that you believe it. 'Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Don't go. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else I'd rather be with. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah.
Gang, what it do, beef stew? Yes, welcome to This Week in Live. I'm that dude, Doc Rock. Today, I'm going to be doing this show solo. My people are busy. No, actually, Miss D is not feeling that good. She had her shots yesterday and kind of got her a little bit under, as expected, so I kind of knew that. And then Mr. David is busy handling business because he's a businessman. So today, we're just going to cover some basic things, I wanted to make sure that you guys still got stuff that you needed to hear, see what's going on with the industry. Actually, funny thing is, summertime, the very beginning of summertime, there's a lot of changes in companies, or people will take the beginning off, because in our space, right, in our like live streaming space or sort of telecommunicational space and things like that, June tends to be a slower month. What they do is they let people reset, recover, tighten up plans, because they'll turn everything on full blast come September to ride into the Christmas season ready to go. So as a creator, something that you should know, especially if you're creating and, you're looking at your ad revenue numbers and things like that, summertime, bro, those numbers are going to dip. So you kind of got to be ready. They'll dip because people are doing vacations. There's not a lot of big industry announcements, if you will, per se. We got a couple stuff to talk about today. Even a lot of companies don't necessarily issue new product and stuff in June, July, because they're just famously, folks is gone. Folks is on vacation. And I guess back in the day, if you're a baller type American, the move for June and July was to go to your vacation spot or to go overseas, go to Europe, European vacation, like not Chevy Chase. Was that Chevy Chase? Anyway, so yeah, it would be expecting the next couple of weeks to be a little bit slower than normal. But it will just pick right back up into July, swinging into August, and then be ready for that full Terra Dome busy season, which is just going to rock into. So, what does that mean for you as a content creator? Okay, two things. I say what you should do with this time is use this extra time to practice your face off. Because if you know this is a time where you might get lower views or, you might not have as much traction. I was going to say attention, but it's actually traction in this case. Get as much traction as you usually will. This is a good time to test things. This is a good time to polish your skills. Speaking of which, I see my man Luis is in the chat. Hey, my mouse just went night-night. Oh, there we go. Luis is in the chat, and Luis has a little shirt thing he just threw out, and it specifically states that thou shalt upgrade thine skills. That's what I'm speaking about, brother. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. And I see Mr. Sammy Super Chat is in the building. Sammy, thank you for kicking it with me last night. That was super fun. Like, we had a good old time just making trouble to everyone. And I see Mr. Eric is here. What's up, Eric Vigets? Yep, said here, do this. I was just watching some Euros, so it's funny that my Euros friend is here. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, bro. So, yes, it is definitely one of those things here. What's up, Mr. Riley World? In the space of the summertime, when you know that a lot of people you might not get as much views as you would expect. So don't take that personal, number one. January is famous for this. January, February is famous for content viewership dip. And also June and July are famous for content viewership dip because folks is busy getting ready to send them children's off to school, getting children's home from school, running around doing the vacations, going to see the grandparents, like blah, blah, blah. But don't turn down your content. That would be dumb. Okay? Doc ain't holding no punches. I'm going to just right in your face. No, do not back off. Be like, oh, it's my time to chill. No, it's actually your time to go harder. Practice some of the things that you may have been keeping on the back burner. You wasn't sure if this was going to work. It's a good time to test. It's an absolute good time to test. It's also a good time to do some channel maintenance. Okay? And what do I mean by channel maintenance? Go rethink that banner. Get your banner game tightened up. Go polish some old thumbnails. Throw a little shine on them thumbnails. Sometimes just redoing, what that word is, redoing descriptions and redoing thumbnails will re-kick off a video and it will end up trending in search. I find it happen to me all the time. I'll tweak a video, I'll tweak a thumbnail, I'll tweak a description, and it'll come right back. That video will start popping back up. And so I don't know who tweaked what videos or description, but I'm going to kill Rob Vols for delivering my TED Talk to the Ecamm community. Jerk face. Anyway, let me talk to you guys about a couple stuff that's popping off in the industry real quick, because I think it's something that you guys should know, especially as relatively new creators. And it's good to see the families talking to each other in the chat. So there's a new report from a company called Tuber. This site is TubeFilter, but this report was actually done by Tuber. And they do analytics just on media in general, what's happening in the industry and things like that. And this one recently popped up stating that YouTube and Facebook get 70% as much viewership as linear TV shows. Fam, are you hearing that? Like, now YouTube is getting 70% as much viewership as linear TV shows. 70%. This is crazy. But this is me anecdotally, and I want to hear from you guys in the chat or anyone that catches this on replay. I find myself personally, when I sit in front of my smart TV, actually, I got my remote right here because there's a TV above my head. I immediately press the YouTube button. Like, I don't turn on my TV and go to the cable station at all. I come directly, I hit the YouTube button, it pops up. And then I kind of sort of what ends up on the top shelf is live. It's like, oh, Kirk is live. Mr. Raleigh World is live. Luis is live, doing a video. So, Luis, shut it. I'm giving you props and you clowning. I'm giving you props and you clowning. So yes, I seriously, I'll come in, I'll pop on the TV, I'll hit the YouTube button, and for me, it's for two things. One, I'm normally studying YouTube. You guys hear me say this all the time. I don't watch YouTube. I study YouTube. So I'm normally studying YouTube. I am seeing what's trending. I'm watching thumbnails. I'm seeing new things popping off in the background. I am listening to other reviews or other comments or, things of that nature, right? I am trying to see what is happening on YouTube. I even watch videos about stuff I do not care about whatsoever just because I want to see what the trends are, see how people are handling various situations, right? So I study YouTube an absolute lot. Regular TV, there's a couple shows that I dig, but I don't watch them linearly because who got time for that? I don't have the Alicio, but ain't nobody got time for that. But their linear progression doesn't work, number one, with my ADD. Number two, it's just not there. And I will say, to Marcus's point, how you doing, Marcus, man? Good to see you here. The only thing I watch live on TV right now is footy. I'm up watching Euros. I'm up watching the women's national team do their thing. Like, man, it's just crazy. Euros, I've been waiting for this. Euros is a year late, so it's kind of dope. Women's national team are just strictly on fire. Kristen Prest is braced 2 goals today. If you don't know, a brace is when you get 2 goals, hat trick when you get 3. I'm just playing, round soccer to you guys. But yeah, I'm with Marcus, basically live sports. When college football season come around, I used to just sit there and watch college football. Now I don't even do that because Saturday mornings, I'm with y'all. I'm kicking it with you guys on Saturday mornings. I feel like I'm going to get my Notre Dame card revoked, but hey, I'd rather watch that on replay and just zoom past all the commercials because one of the things that happens if you watch round football, not oblong, is you appreciate watching a game with no commercials. Halftime, throw all the commercials you want. I'm getting a sandwich. I'm, running to the bathroom, going to get something to eat, whatever, come back, second half, boom, go. No commercials at all. So when I ended up having to watch American sports, although I miss arguing with my friends on Twitter and whatnot, I'd rather watch them after the fact and just buzz. Or now, NFL app is worth every bit of $150 a year. I can watch an entirely condensed game in 35 minutes, 45 minutes is basically what it roughs out to. So on the NFL app, they'll play you the game minus all the BS banter in between huddle moves and minus all of the commercials. So you basically watch the whole game. The entire 2.5-hour football game, sometimes 3, literally fits into less than 40 minutes when you watch it on the NFL replays. Like, why do we have to have so many dang commercials in a football game? It kills me. Mr. Raleigh said, yes, YouTube is the first go-to app, and then other cable stations be the next thing if nothing is on the tube. Yes, you know what? And half the time, I'm with you, James. I go in. I'm like, I'm going to just check the tubes real quick, see if any of my creators are popping, see what's going on, see Miss Jill, learn how to speak Portuguese, but she's actually doing it the other way. Obrigado, Jill. Just want to make trouble to Jill because she's here. But normally I'll get into a YouTube loop, man, and I'm good. Like, I barely ever make it out. So, yeah, that's funny. Corey Amarie says... El Marie, says, yep, studying YouTube for all their production reasons. Exactly. And with you, either YouTube or live sports on TV, man. There you go. There you go, Mr. Riley. Especially now, man. Summertime is here. You know, man, sis, take your butt to bed. Get your rest, girl. Get your beauty sleep. I don't call it beauty sleep because I go to sleep. I'd never wake up because this is impossible. Yes, I agree though. But Miss D, please get your rest, Miss Lady Girl, and don't try to slap any delivery drivers. I'm just saying. So yes, the whole, what's up, Mr. Hunt? Just checking on you guys, making sure we have any questions in the comments. Everybody is showing my sis some love. Yes, Ms. D is down. She is down. David is busy handling some business because he is a businessman. Get it? A businessman and a businessman. Sorry, Jay-Z reference. What do you do? Mr. Hunt says YouTube is his first go-to. And yes, why thank you, Miss Jill. I appreciate you, sis. So, you know, the whole concept again of like YouTube and Facebook getting 70% as much viewership as linear TV, I think is an important point to hammer home to all my creators. And let's not get it twisted, to my creator wannabes. Like if you happen to bump into this video, the algorithm was like, hey, watch this dude Doc speak right quick and try to be as good as Miss D. They are telling you, come in. The water is nice. Check out the pool. We got a nice jacuzzi on that end. Stand over there, the bubbles be like, you know, because every one of you cats got a story to tell. Every one of you cats has information inside of you waiting to flourish, waiting to come out. And now, better than ever. Like now, there's no better time than ever. Like the facts are here, bro. Like it is coming out in the data that these online platforms are now at 70% bump with TV. That's crazy. Like that was unheard of. When I jumped in, it was like 8%. And we thought we were kings because it was at 8%. Like, yeah, TV is going down, TV is going down. And a whole bunch of folks, even industry people that I talked to back then as a tech writer, they were like, no, it's not going to catch it. Especially after Viacom sued YouTube in like 09, 08, 09. Viacom sued YouTube, which is why, you know, content strikes are a big deal right now. And it's crazy. So one other last point I want to talk about in this thing is two things, actually. Partially the reason for this rise is that it says right here that YouTube, and this is known fact, we know this, they're uncovering topics that linear TV doesn't cover enough. Unfortunately, because there's still gatekeepers in the industry trying to decide what you want to see, like, you know, somehow they smarty art, you know, they are blocking content. They are still putting filters on content. To some extent, they still treat us like little children. Or we can't talk about XYZ on TV, or we can't show this on TV because people might try to copy it. I'm like, that's never been a thing. It's been disproven about 1,000,035 times, but you still TV. They still do dumb stuff sometimes, right? So that's one aspect of it that I wanted to talk about. But the other one that I wanted to talk about was when they were getting into the age ranges, right? They were like, one of the biggest audiences is 55 and older. Bruh, do you hear it now? The biggest audience of YouTube now, growing like a champ. Well, I wouldn't say the biggest, but the fastest growing audience on YouTube is 55 and over. Bruh, grandma out here watching WAP videos trying to stretch it out. This is crazy. Like, this is a fact that definitely states, gang, if you are a content creator, now is the time. No more excuses, no more BSing, no more showing up Friday and Saturday to the streams, asking questions. From this point on, I'm going to be an a-hole about it. I'm going to be like, you get a question next week. If there's not a video that week after, I don't see it, I ain't answering your question. Because now you're just being an asshole. Look it up. Google it. Look up asshole. What's up, B? Good to see you here, brother. Thank you so much for the deliciousness in the beard game. Hey, Miss Keels, good to see you here. Appreciate it. Everybody is showing the love, showing the love. Watched the video the other day and liked one of their transitions, so I ended up making it a keynote. There you go. Good artist steal. My old boss Steve Jobs used to say that. Good artist steal. So there you go. Kathy says, my mom is addicted to Facebook video. Everything from old Golden Girls Say Yes to the Dress. She's consuming more content than cable. That's what I want to hear, man. That's exactly what I want to hear. Like, yeah. You know what's funny? Recently, we had a small little box. It's about like yo big. It's called the Sakura box. Sakura's cherry blossom. And what it does is it allows you to pull IPTV content from Japan back to here. So we bought one for Karen's mom after, you know, we had to put dad in the home. So that way she wouldn't be as lonely. She have some stuff to watch and get a chance to catch up on some things from the mothership, right? So at first, she was watching the Sakura content, like religiously watching the NHK news, just the Japanese ABC, if you will, you know, catching up on some of the dramas and things like that. And I remember going to her, I was like, Mom, you know what? You should check out on YouTube. There's a bunch of people teaching really good Japanese recipes. And anybody, if you guys know, anybody know me, like I'm the shabu shabu king, right? That's where it's kind of hot pot. If you've been to a hot pot spot in your area, it's the Japanese version of hot pot. You make you a broth, put you some cabbage and vegetables and stuff inside there, and you take really thinly sliced meat, just like pho, and you just put it in the hot water and you shabu shabu. That meat is perfectly cooked, dip it in a little sauce, boom, go to town. Matter of fact, had some yesterday. It's one of my favorite foods. So I was explaining to her, I was like, Moms, you should check out some of these cooking shows because it's been a while since you've cooked your traditional stuff. You know, New Year's and Christmas, you know, Thanksgiving, yes, but it's better for you, it's healthier for you. Just check it out. So we got the Sony Bravia slapped up on the wall for her. I put the little speaker underneath there so she can watch the TV. And now I gave her YouTube Premium because YouTube Premium, folks, India, if they let you, if you pay your money, you can give it to up to 5 or 6 family members, right, in the same house. So I hooked her up with a YouTube Premium, and she just watches all myriad cooking shows. And there's a thing in Japan. Let me see if I can find it because it's kind of funny. If you guys seen the movie Gung Ho, which is a really old movie, there is a thing in Japan called Radio Taiso. Radio Taiso. RADIOTAISO. It's basically exercise in the morning, right? They go out to the field and they do these morning exercises. Again, if you've seen the movie Gung Ho, you've seen this, everybody exercise in the morning. Dude, Moms gets up every day, does her little bitty Radio Taiso exercise. She out here, you know, doing her thing, and then it's cooking videos all day. So you're talking 75-year-old woman. She got her YouTube unlocked. Now she tells me when the Japanese creators that I watch, when they got a new video out. I get a text message. Hey, Sean Boy, did you see, you know, Kimono Mom has a new video? I'm like, how does she know this before me? But that's what I'm talking about, Kat. So thank you for letting me share my really weird story, but it's fun. Yep, mainstream TV has some interesting flyers, but we're winning. Yeah, 100%. 100% winning with the group. And I think my favorite part of that is that the grandkids are building relationship with the grandparents because they're the ones showing them how to get basically there. And then, yeah, no worry. You keep it going. School year is coming close soon. A lot of folks is in it tomorrow. Sorry. And hey, there you go. That particular package, David, I originally got it from Envato, and then I blessed it a little bit from there. But yes, family members of YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is probably one of the best investments in the game right now, and a lot of people still don't do it. Yes, why? Yes, you can. You can share your YouTube Premium access now. Let's see. Let me see. YouTube Premium. It is seriously. I think if I were going to get, let's say, if I were going to get someone a gift right now and didn't really know what to get them, I probably would buy them YouTube Premium. Seriously, like, it's the one thing that people wouldn't do for themselves. So I don't know why it showed me music first, but music is part of the plan. And if you do that, you end up getting everybody. Let me peep back out one real quick, and then I'll do this one because it's basically the same thing. It does come with YouTube Music. You get YouTube for Kids. See, there's the music. Each person has their individual accounts, and then they get all the bennies for everyone. So yeah, it's actually incredible. I mean, it's $18. Mine's is only $14 because I've been with them since day one, so it's a little cheaper. But yeah, you can do 5 family members in your household for that price. Like, especially, this is going to sound funny, people. Nobody laugh. But especially if you have somebody in your family that's a little dense, maybe we should get them a YouTube account so they can go to university at YouTube. You're right. Moms is now the YouTube boss. I love that. That is super dope. Thank you, Mr. Camera Junkie, dude. It's just incredible. Like, I had a meeting with Dana in India in June on Friday. We were just clowning in our group chat, the LGL admins, and then I popped in the house. Mother-in-law's on the floor, camped out, watching YouTube. So I was like, Moms, what are you doing? Nothing. She just camping out watching YouTube. So, let's bring up something though real quick. A lot of parents are telling their kids to get off of YouTube. Family. Do you remember when we was kids and your parents would be like, go read a book. Yeah, go somewhere and read a book. Or go somewhere and read an encyclopedia. Or go somewhere and learn something. Get a magazine. Go outside. Explore. This is their version of that. Yet parents are out here telling other parents to get off YouTube because traditional media is telling them that YouTube is somehow bad. Books are bad if you don't put the right books in their hand. Right? You say, oh, so go to someone in the street, give them a blanket conversation. Like, would you rather your kid watch YouTube or read a book? And they will instantly be like, oh, read a book, because that's the expected thing to say. And then you go, cool. And you hand that kid the Anarchist Cookbook, or you hand that kid Mein Kampf or some other jacked up book. And they're like, what are you doing? You said read a book. I was going to introduce them to some educational programs on YouTube, but you said read a book because you just trigger happy, repeated what you think society wants to hear. So the proof positive in that statement is that you can find rubbish anywhere. Just like people say, oh, Clubhouse is trash. Yeah, in trash rooms, but there's also good rooms. So, hey, David, my favorite part of this is not just the downloads, because when I go to the plane, I will download buttloads of videos. I actually take videos that I want to watch that don't have a time limit per se. In other words, the content is fresh no matter when you watch it. I save a couple of those in my phone in case I get somewhere with no signal and nothing to do. I need to be able to, flex the brain. So I download some content there, right? The other thing that I do is right before I go on the plane, I will take a whole series from somebody, like I'm trying to brush up on something in Logic, I'll download an entire series on Logic, have it in my phone, and then I go. So downloading the videos for offline play, money shot. And my favorite, as you guys hear me mention all the time, background play. I don't think people understand that. Background play is the truth. That means you can leave the app, go answer that email real quick, still be hearing the conversation to what is going on, and then get back in there. So that was one thing. The next thing I want to talk about real quick as we round, it took me a half an hour to explain that. That's crazy, Doc. Twitter is finally going to start giving up this subscription service that will allow you to do dumb things. I don't know about dumb. Some people wanted this, so I'll behave. The ability to retract a tweet But you're going to pay them $3 a month for Twitter Blue, which is their paid Twitter service, just to have the ability to have up to 30 seconds later, you can retract the tweet. I'm like, bruh, we were talking about that yesterday. I think it's crazy. But I appreciate Twitter, like, trying to get some money from somewhere else, because then maybe they can behave themselves. Keely said, I just upped by YouTube Premium sub to family, added my dad. Oh, yes, 100%. Background play is everything. 100%. That is my favorite. I mean, I can't stress enough how much I love it. Okay, so I have a question for you folks in the community. Besides YouTube, because that is one spot, and again, like I said, it's summertime. Summertime is where, you normally would clean your garden and, like, check the fence, make sure it's all tight. You do the things in summer to winterfy your house so you're ready for winter, right? So you're kind of like getting things in order, if you will. Two things. We just passed the half-year mark. Actually, I take that back. The actual half-year day is July 2nd. July 2nd is exactly middle of the year. So I like to take this time frame, this 2 weeks running up and like 2 weeks after, to take a overarching look at what am I doing on my goals for the year, and do a reset if necessary, course correct if necessary, make some adjustments. We're going to adjust the header 2 degrees and we'll pick up the pace to 7 knots, captain, if you will. So my question to you folks, what are you folks working on? What are you working on leveling up? What do you say you're going to study and get ready for the rest of the summer, so that way when, September kicks around and starts to get busy again, that you can just go cray and just like finish out the year strong? What is your mid-stride bump? I don't mean little plastic spoon bump. I mean, like, what is your mid-stride bump? I'm curious. Please let those loose in the comments. Share with the community, if you will. Okay, I'll show you a couple things that I like because I just like them, and I lost my tab. Beanie, meanie, miny, mo. All right, let me go over here, click this button, and then go to here, click this button, and then copy. Copy that. All right, boom, go to the master thing. One of my favorites, and this is not a commercial, this is not sponsored, this is reality. One of my favorite things to check out is Skillshare. I absolutely love Skillshare. I like to come in here and get deeper into some of the creative juice flows, things that will help me out. I love Aaron Draplin, just to hear him speak. Like, he's a great designer, but he's a dope, business mind, and now he's been interviewing some stuff, so that's cool. This Greg McKeown course right here, I listened to it twice already. Still got a lot more to go.
I recognize,
but hey, no, don't get me in trouble. Be quiet. This one is basically, I guess it's sort of the leader thing into his essentialism book. So this was really cool, and this guy Pizza over here is pretty rad. He's doing his Find Your Style through 5 exercises to unlock your creative identity by Andy J. Pizza is also pretty dope. And yeah, I found these because all of the people on YouTube that have Skillshare commercials, they all talk about them. So I finally said, okay, I have Skillshare. I've had Skillshare for, 10 years. Let me dive in and take a look at it. And the 45 minutes of Greg McKeown's course, it was just good, man. It was enlightening. It was awesome. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I use that as one of my ways to do, freshen up on the skills. I also have LinkedIn Premium, so you get lynda.com. But I've had Lynda before. It was just books. Used to be Lynda stuff came in books with a DVD in the back, and then they made lynda.com. I've been a Lynda subscriber for almost 25 years. Crazy. People are like, you paid $25 a month for 20. Yes, That's why. Oh, how do you know all these things? Because I study. Right? Like when some folks are watching Seinfeld or Friends reruns, I'm studying. That's just it. It's just my life. It's like Miss D going to the book fair. That woman will drop everything, leave the kids in the house, and go to the book fair and go get some more books, because that's the difference maker. If you do nothing else this year, get into listening to audiobooks, many of which you can listen to on YouTube for free. Get into listening to audiobooks. Your reading practice will level up your face a lot. It will just completely level you up a lot. So Ms. Kill said her push is video editing skills. I know Kelly, she keeps dropping these little shades over here. New features and price increase for the membership, and moving everything off of Facebook groups to Discord. You know, I tried to do the Discord group for LGL when I first started, and so there's me and Chris Wood and my brother June and about 3 other people. Oh, Limwell. And Discord is, hopefully more people learn to use it, because I think it's a better look. I love our Facebook group, but Facebook is just really bad. It's a non-linear way to find things. It's a mess. But yeah, I think things like Circle, Community, Discord, some of these other aspects out there will become better. I kind of miss just old school forums. It was way simpler. I didn't have any goals for YTube like videos and subs, but seeing how well the channel is going, I'll create some goals for the rest of the year. See, but that in itself is dope, James. Like recognizing your move, right? I was just telling brother Alicio today, man, take the day to walk in your light, because he just dropped an amazing fire video on Ecamm channel itself, showing off some overlays with Henny the Badness and Tom Buck. I don't even have a weird joke right now. Sorry, Tom. So in that video, it was really well done. And I was like, man, this is incredible. And like, take some time to walk in your light. And so I think, James, what you're doing is admirable. Realizing that your channel is starting to catch, this is when you double down. A lot of us screw up. We either miss that mark, I did, or you just get like, oh my God, if I keep going, I'm going to have to keep going. Yeah. Yes. And I've watched so many people get stuck in the squat because they realize they're moving and then they just back off. You know, young kids do this in relationships, right? When you're in your 20s and you start to realize you really like that person, they really like you, you do something ignorant to chase them away because, you know, you can't be happy because, you know, imposter syndrome or something. So I appreciate that you see that and you're like, nah, man, nah, I'm in. I'm going to keep rolling. They see me rolling. They hating. Sorry. You see Riley riding dirty. Oh, sorry. Wrong side of the country. I should have went something a little bit more West Coasties. Mac 10 to the rescue. I'm joking. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, yo, how does she know everything? Exactly. While creating minimal, yeah, 100%, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. How to write copy that sells. I suggest you also listen to the audio version. And if you already have the book, there's an audio version floating around YouTube. It's not by Ray. It's kind of sad, but hey. Build out your content creation framework. Okay, David, one thing I would give you as my homie, don't spend too much time building a framework and not building content. You can backfill. You ever seen them build a bridge? Like, there's no way to build a bridge without building the bridge. That sounds dumb, but if you watch a build being bridged, bruh, if you watch a bridge being built, they have to put it and then extend it a little bit, then move the stuff here, and then extend it a little bit, and then move the stuff here, and yeah, that's the only way it's done. So it is very easy to want to go for professional and try to have all the framework in place before you produce the content, and then you might find you're not happy in your content. So it's better to create the content and the framework simultaneously or use the content building to decide your framework. Both of those are acceptable. But building a framework first, 9 times out of 10, will leave you, as we say, stuck in the squat. Stuck in the squat is when you don't give your biscuits a chance to rise and you basically bake hockey pucks. As a self-respecting biscuit eater, sausage, biscuits, and gravy, or country gravy, whatever y'all want to call it, that is my favorite thing in the world. It's SOS to me because military, and hard biscuits suck. So there's that. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you here. Hey, why you not play my... There you go. Hey, Carrie. Carrie so very. And what's up, Bishop? Good to see you, fam. Appreciate you here. Keely said she's going to do a video series on running membership communities on Discord. Stay tuned. Okay, Ma. I really, really like that. Yeah, that's right. Watching them build a bridge is insane. It is cool. My friend that I do my British podcast with, he works for the rail company. Well, he's contracted by the rail company to take photos and stuff. And so they brought in that machine from Germany that basically builds its own track that it's driving on. So you put the part on the ground, they build that by hand. They lowered this gigantic machine on it, which is like a train car. But inside that train car, there's a cement mixer and robotic welders and steel. And it basically drives across itself and builds the track on the fly. And I'm just like, family, how in the do they do that? There you go. As I added a sound to the show 42 minutes later. Okay, so Skillshare was one, Linden was one. Of course, YouTube is the other. But now this is coming up. Slight shameless plug, but we'll get to the rest. Let me move this, click that, press enter. There you go, Doc. Reload that page. One of the things for me, and hopefully some of you guys, because it'll be dope to catch up with you. I know I'll be in Massachusetts, so I'm definitely meeting up with Hunt. People of Video, Miss Diana and I will be speaking at this guy in October 8th. We do have some secret squirrel pricing. If you need, please send either Diana or myself a DM and we can get you in. But conferences is a fantastic way to invest in yourself and also just level up your game. So check out peopleofvideo.com. I don't know if Dan got around to adding me to the site yet, but you can see Miss D. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be Roberto Blake. Man, my internet is tripping today. It's loading slow. See Roberto Blake, Brian G. Johnson, Meredith Marsh, Melissa Romero, who is freaking hilarious. Love her. You got Jeff, Ross Brand, Owen Video, Diana Glatney, Professor Ness, and then Andrew Can, because Can, Dan Courier, Judy Fox, Roger Wakefield, Krista Hills, and some dude named Doc Rock recently added to the program. So definitely, if you get a chance to go to conferences are good. If that's a little far for you, coming up here in California, there will be VidCon for people like Kevin and Mr. Riley. It's a quick little drive down the freeway. Go and check out VidCon. VidCon is a little bit of, how to say this, like a concert, an exhibition, as well as a learning thing. So you got 3 different tracks. The community tracks is just for the fans to go see their favorite creators. The creator track costs a little bit more, but it's where you go and learn how to be a better creator. And then there is the industry track for people like me, because Ecamm, you know what I mean? So let me see. They do these, and if you don't live in the U.S., they do it in various other places as well. Let me see the tracks. Here we go. I wanted you guys to see this part. So you guys mostly fit into the creator track, and so it kind of tells you the type of things that's going on here. So jump over to this page, check this out. This guy wholly looks like Adam Sandler, and Andrew Rothstein mixed together. Andrew Rothstein is a famous gangster from back in the day. But you go in here and you can check out and see what they're doing in the various tracks. And yeah, I think it's kind of incredible. I'm probably, if we do go, I'll be doing the industry track where we get to go talk to brand strategists and meet all of the highfalutin bigwigs inside the whole industry. So yeah, I think VidCon is a good look. If you want something a little bit more, what is the word, boutique and tighter knit, then that would be Vid Summit. Vid Summit is probably going to be around 15,000 folks, where I take that back. It's going to be around 1,500 folks. And the Vid Summit is going to be around 20, 30, 40,000 folks. But even this lineup is insanity, bro. You got Mr. Beast and Daryl, because it's Daryl's conference. You got Shonduras, right? You got Jesse coming in there. You got Hellier Smith. This kid's freaking hilarious. Shannon Morris in there. Patty Galloway's in there. Patty Galloway's channel is dope. Tim Smoyer, Roberto Blake again. Nick Nimmin, Ball Bearded and Be Spectacled. Roger Wakefield, and look, Marcus Schraub. And more. So this one's dope too. Again, you can attend this virtually for $200, and I kind of suggest it if you can swing it. I kind of suggest it. You guys will learn a lot. I'm probably going to take my hand pots over there because I got miles to burn because we couldn't travel nowhere last year. So I got like Hawaiian miles pouring out of my ears. Something about not traveling and then having to buy everything on credit card. I got miles for days. So I'm going to try to get out in these streets and go see some conferences. But it's another good way. If you're serious about this mission and you're trying to get your level up, probably one of the dopest things you can do to study in any industry is go to industry conferences. The conference track, the hallway track actually, at these conferences is where rubber hits the road, where everyone meets everyone, becomes like good friends, and learns how to do. I can just tell you, I used to speak at Macworld when I was working at Apple and working for the unofficial Apple weblog. Conferences are life. They're so much fun. You meet everyone. You get to, catch up with folks. That's how I know Renee. When you guys see me and Renee Ritchie clowning, it's from conferences. It's from being at conferences and just hanging out at the after parties and getting twisted and having a good old time. So, that's how I know the guys from Twit. That's how I end up at Twit, because I got pictures of me and Leo from 2010 when Leo and I both look young. So yes. Yeah, Kim, actually, you're close enough to Summit. First of all, konnichiwa. You're close enough to Summit that it'd be worth the drive out. But, after the nuptials, it's probably going to be a little bit harder for you to leave just because you have spent all your money on your nuptials. But I would just get the virtual one. If a bunch of you guys get virtual, and after I come back from the conference, we can do viewing parties together and just see what type of information can be grokked, or if I can help you understand any of the information further. I know Dinah and I talked about possibly hitting that up as well. And David, going out as LGL family. So first thing, if you get a chance to come to POV, it'll be dope. Dinah and I are both speaking. We can have a meetup. If we end up going to Summit or Con, we'll probably do a family meetup there as well. So for some of you guys, take the mega bus. It costs you $40. It's a long ride from Portland to LA, but hey, you can come out. If it's up to me, Booch, when I'm there, I'm definitely dipping to PDX because that's my favorite city outside of Osaka. It's here, Osaka, Sapporo, PDX. That's my list. I love PDX. Pips Donuts. Come on, fam. I want a Pips Donuts right now. So, gang, that kind of covers it for the week. I just want you to remember, take some time to sort of reset, get your plans together for the end of the year. Remember, we might have another 30-day rush coming up in August. It depends on the temperature of the community. If you guys are down to do that, we'll do it again. We got, Vlogmas definitely rolling around. That's a guarantee. We're doing Vlogmas like it or not. So, yeah, this is a chance to sort of reset. And Mr. Raleigh, man, I appreciate what you're doing, like getting your thing together. Luisa, you're doing fantastic, bro. You're on the run. Yeah, incredible. We got wedding coming up soon with Miss Kombucha, so appreciate you there. Keely's doing her thing. She's out here. We're just gonna get her a golden whistle from us since she couldn't do her one she wanted. We're just gonna get her a plastic one, but don't tell her. Gang, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Mrs. D, I hope you feel better soon, sis. Make me do this stream by myself again. I'm joking. It was awesome, gang. I'll give you guys, anybody have any last questions, please pop them into the chatty chat right now so I can make sure we got everyone covered and no one missed out on anything. And if you didn't get a chance to, look over in the LGL community and see these cookies that Kevin Cox made. Bruh, this dude, him and his wifey made some cookies. These cookies look professional. They're gorgeous. Now I understand why he said I had to skip last weekend because I was doing cookie deliveries for a wedding. I'm like, bruh, I was impressed. Thank you, Mr. Riley. You keep going, bro. We got you. We're all here for support. If you're new around here and you're curious what we are speaking about, this LGL group, by all means, come and jump over to docrock.live/group. We'll get you in. You can just go to Facebook and search LGLVIP or LGLHQ. You should find us. We're in there. It's good. It's good. Yes, thank you, Miss Kim. Man, I didn't say this to the world yet because it's still processing, but I have an opportunity to speak to creators in Japan in February, Kim. That would be just so dope, right? If I get my chance to go to Japan to speak to creators in Japan, I will be in hog heaven. Like, yeah, I'll be so hog heaven. I don't even know if that's what you're supposed to say. I think I heard that in the Razorbacks thing. It will be absolutely incredible. That's kind of a dream. But let me leave you guys with a piece of wisdom. You guys know, you guys hear me say this all the time. If you haven't heard me say this, then listen tightly, come in, lean a little closer, put your headphones in tighter. Make sure you hear this. I say it's all about doing things with intention and doing things with the purpose. That's where the statement intent and purpose comes from. That is exactly where the statement intent and purpose comes from. I don't know what most people use it for because this ain't it. They say all kind of crazy stuff, but it's not actually what it is. Let me just throw some graphics on the screen. Boom. I got this little t-shirt. You can pick it up. Go to Press and Sew and click on Doc Rock and get yourself an intent and purpose shirt. Because I think it's very important. When you do things, you do it with intention. And then you make sure it's following your purpose, your why. You're working in your why. You know what your why is. You're moving along in your why. That's your purpose, right? That's what makes you wake up in the morning. That's the giggles that make your Tinkerbells, right? The laughter that make your Tinkerbells, that is your purpose. When you know your purpose and you start to find that groove, and now you do things with intent to make sure that that purpose is getting where it need to get got, you will succeed. You just will, okay? I jumped back into live streaming full-fledged, 2 feet first, last year, April 14th. I know the exact date because they will go down in infamy. Sorry, Roosevelt. At the end of 2 weeks, I had did the conference where I watched Katie and Stephanie do a closeout at the end of the conference. And it's the last, to play the music, they're about to say bye. Thank you guys for coming to the conference, blah, blah, blah. Leaped into Live, which I am also speaking at this year. I just jumped the story. But one of the last comments I sent, and Stephanie sent me a picture of it recently. I said, a year from now, I will be speaking at one of these conferences. That was like March 2nd. I'm sorry, May 2nd or so, I made that statement. I joke around and say idiotic statement, but nah, I was setting an intention when I made that statement. I would get up every day. I'm a creator. 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 I'm going to do this. I'm going to be speaking at these conferences, whatever. I got back in the live stream watching Roberto Blake, watching Owen Video, watching Brian G. Johnson, watching Nick Nimmin, D. Nimmin, watching these guys and saying, I can do what they do. I love what they do. I have a different spin. I really, really, really want to do this. Like, I am in there like swimwear. If you don't know where that statement comes from, it's kind of stupid statement. But when someone says in there like swimwear, what they mean is how swimwear goes up the crack of your butt. I don't know why I had to explain that. But somebody asked me the other day, why do people say in there like swimwear? Well, swimwear goes up your butt. Okay, anyway, never mind. So at that time, like, I would just watch these guys and go, man, I really want to do that. I really want to do that, right? If you go back here and you look at this chart, right? You look at this chart right here. Let me go to, where'd my POV go? Here it is. I found it. Here we go. When you look at this chart, even though the page didn't load all the way, there is Roberto Blake. There is Brian G. Johnson. There is Diana Glatney. There is Owen Video. Right? Some of the folks that I spoke about on that day. There's your Nick Nimmin right there, Tim Schmoyer right there. Like, these guys, I said, when I set that intention, I wanted to speak in at one of these conferences like the people that I was watching. February, I got to speak at my first conference for creators of color. I got to speak with my brother Kurt. Kurt started his game in like November. So, I mean, we right out the gate, we were there. We were speaking because we set an intention. And then we started working with the purpose. And we ended up speaking at that conference. So I beat my deadline. But a couple weeks later, I get told, you're speaking at Leaped Into Live, the same conference that I went to that said I will be speaking at one of these. I'm like, bruh, okay. So then I get an email from Dan Courier, one of the dudes that got me started. Yo, he sent me, fam, check this out. He sent me a picture saying, Doc, I don't know if you remember this, but check this out. It says, I subscribed to his channel December 5th of 2018 because I was curious about getting into the game like serious. And just to let you know that even me, y'all like, oh, Doc just grabbed it and did it. Nah, man, I dicked around a long time. Okay? I mean, I dicked around a long time. And I got in my own way. I talked myself out of it. I got imposter syndrome. I did all of the same dumb ish that you guys are doing right now. The same ish that I try to coach you guys out of. I'm not saying it from a perspective of I think I'm holier than thou. Folks, I did that ignorant stuff. This is me to Dan Courier, right? December 5th, 2018. I said, yeah, I'm in there. Okay? November 2019, I'm watching the videos again as I'm in the hospital convalescing from my knee surgery, going, okay, I'm in there now because I have no choice because I'm stuck at home and I got nothing to do. And then I was starting to do it. Like I was picking up. And the pandemic said, pow! 2 things could have happened. I could have been like, well, that sucks. The world sucks. Everybody hates me. The internet don't want me to make videos and blah, blah, blah. But because I had set the intent and because I knew what my purpose was, I didn't give in. I set the intention, hey, I'm about speaking at one of these things, whatever. Long story short, Dan hits me up 3 weeks ago and says, yo, bro, how do you feel about speaking at people of video? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like, I think it would be good. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? I was like, this dude's tripping. He got the right Doc Rock. Like, did he understand what he had just said? So, in that time frame, I am on par to speak with these cats, but I have, like, you know, internet friend relationship with these cats. Like, I can call these cats. Like, yeah, man, it's deep. It's deep, but I just wanted to remind you that some of the stuff that you're struggling with in your head, some of the stuff that's driving you crazy right now, some of the stuff that has you second guessing or not knowing what's going on is real. But if you go with intent and purpose, one day you'll get the call up, and then this was me when Dan hit me up. Dan was like, Doc, you want to speak at the conference? I was just like this. Get some, yeah. So I just want to let you know that you can do it too. You can do it. You got this. Every single one of you guys got this. Whether you get a t-shirt or not, set the intention, do it with the purpose, and I'm just saying. Yes, Luis, you are correct. Most people do not say it right. Speaking of the lady who let the dreams come true, it's Sylvia. You want to hear another crazy one, gang? I set the intention. When they took care of me, I fell in love with Sylvia and Andrew, and I said, if it's up to me, we're going to replace Printful or Spiteful or whatever the hell crappy internet printing service. We want all the dope creators that we know to be blessed, impressed, and I see the page every day just growing, and that's my Tinkerbell juice right there. You know what I'm saying? This conversation right here, my Tinkerbell juice, because I also set the intention to make sure that I want to see my family, Sylvia and Andrew, and their supporting crew, you know, Lance and Nedra, you know, I wanted to just see them just grow as well. So this is what happens, man. When you set your intention, you start moving with a purpose, sometimes your purpose trip over your friends and purpose them right up with you. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm going to go because I'm going to start crying on the damn stream. Y'all get on my nerves. I had to leave because my mom was talking to a person, so I couldn't even fake listen to her. That's super funny. Yeah, I like my friends too. My mom's, she's still swinging. She don't remember what she did 5 minutes ago because of her Alzheimer's, but she still swing, dude. You gotta duck, bro. Thank you, Sylvia, man. You guys are dope. Rich, good to see you here, fam. I appreciate you. Just checking on your kill set, intention set to be on-air analyst for it. Come on, Ma. I am with you. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Woo! Come on, Keely. You got this, girl. That is, that's fire. That's a dope intention right there. Man, you guys did all the work. I just keep dreaming and praying that you guys get it going. You know, in 1972, a statement like that would have got you thrown in jail. I'm joking. All right, gang, we're going to get up out of here because I'm going to start getting sentimental and make tears come out. And I know it's the wrong show, but I'm going to just play this song for y'all. Here we go. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Hopefully the crew can come. Hallelujah.
I got what you honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, baby.